They say gods don't cry, but in the deepest corners of a world ravaged by ambition, betrayal, and endless war, there was one god who bled. When he bled, he roared. Kratos, not just the ghost of Sparta, a title thrust upon him, branding him a mere specter, haunting the halls of Olympus. But a man who shattered fate itself. His story isn't just about vengeance. It's about endurance. It's about a father haunted by his past, whose rage once cracked Olympus, now whispering lullabies to a boy in a frozen world. Picture this: snow crunching beneath blood-soaked boots, the mist of his breath like steam rising from a furnace of pain. His muscles tense, not from fear, but from restraint, because once that rage ruled him. Once that rage made him slay his own family. Once he served gods who used him like a pawn and discarded him like a dog. But this Kratos, this version that walks the Norse realm, Midgard, is not just a killer. He's a reclaimer. Every swing of the Leviathan axe is a battle cry against his old self. Every glance at Atreus is a reminder: you are not your past. You are what you fight to become. The gods of this realm mock him. They call him outsider, monster, Greek. But what they fear most is that he's changing. And in change, there is unstoppable strength. When Baldur confronts him for the first time, taunting him, striking him, trying to wake the beast within, Kratos doesn't retaliate out of pride. He holds back. He swallows his rage like broken glass, because power isn't in release. Power is in restraint. And when the moment comes, when the punch hits just a little too hard, when the tree cracks under his fists and the earth itself quakes, you see it? The old god is still there. But he's no longer wild. He's a storm with purpose. He fights now, not to destroy, to protect. Think about that. How many people watching this right now are haunted by who they were? Haunted by pain, by shame, by decisions you'd give anything to undo. Kratos killed his own wife and daughter under the manipulation of a god. His past is soaked in blood. And yet, he still walks forward, not because he forgets, but because he remembers. He teaches Atreus not to be a god in power, but a god in character. Every time he says, boy, it's not just discipline, it's fear that the boy will become him, that the cycle of destruction will repeat. But still, he teaches. Still, he guides. Still, he grows. That's the message. You can change. You can fight the god inside you. There's a sin, the one when Kratos returns to his house. The past calls to him, and he knows what must be done. He pulls the blades of chaos from beneath the floorboards. His arms are wrapped in the ashes of his family. And as those chains coil around his forearms once more, the ghost comes back. But this time, he controls it. The blades don't control him anymore. He's not that man, not fully, in that moment. That's every human being who's ever tried to move on, to bury a version of themselves, to lock it away. But life has a way of making you pick up the very thing you swore you'd never touch again. The trick is to wield it differently. The trick is to use the darkness, not be consumed by it. And here's what makes Kratos truly motivational. It's not the monsters he kills. It's not the gods he topples. It's the fact that he still tries, even when the gods spit on him, even when the world thinks he's a relic, even when Atreus rebels. He doesn't give up. He adapts. He loves in silence. He forgives in actions, not words. That's what makes a warrior. That's what makes a man. Kratos doesn't want to be a god anymore. He wants to be a father, And that's harder than war. So what does that mean for you watching this? It means you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to erase your scars. You carry them. You walk into battle anyway. You teach, even when you're afraid. You lead, even when you've been broken. Kratos is a mirror to every soul struggling to change their destiny. And if he, a god killer, a destroyer of worlds, a father who once failed, if he can claw his way toward redemption with nothing but guilt in his heart and love in his eyes, then so can you. Because in the end, it's not the gods you defeat that make you legendary. It's the man you choose to become afterward.